Roscoe Holcomb, Dr. Ross, Abner J, Jimmy Reed. When I was first starting to learn how to sing, I think it was this record playing in my room when I still lived there with my parents, and I'm singing along to it, and of course my dad said something like, "What's the matter, you sick or something? Sound like a dying cow." God, I love Dr. Ross. Anything with a washboard and a jug in it, I'm into it. I'm getting old now because I'm starting to like traditional jazz. There was a store in Detroit called Cunningham's, and Cunningham's, I'm pretty sure when I was about 5 years old, which would have been 1970, had cheap Japanese electric guitars. So then I wanted to join school band when I was 9. You know, I wanted to play drums. Mom said absolutely not, no drums. So I played the tuba from the age of 9 to the age of 17. I went to school in Connecticut for a year. At college, I just wanted to get as far away from home as possible. I didn't really care about studying anything. This is probably like 62, 63. If I peel this price tag off, it's probably good. Super hot guitar, but he did kind of R&B records in the early 60s. Just blazing guitar all over him. Mick had gone to Hart Plaza, and one of my friends, Tom Lynch, was there. Mick was with some of his buddies and saw Tom wearing this great Motown t-shirt, wanted to talk to him. He went up to Tom and said, "Hey man, where'd you get that t-shirt?" And they struck up a conversation. And so I went to visit Tom. Mick and I just really found out that we were kindred spirits. He told me about all these bands that he wanted to do. And he knew what the lineup was going to be, what kind of music they were going to play, what the record covers looked like, what the videos were going to be like. We would go to Cinderella's Attic, different indie record stores and vintage clothing stores and that kind of thing. And I met Peggy at one of those places and just thought she looked cool. And we were sitting in my bedroom in my parents' house listening to records. And a guy at Dave's comic book store in Royal Oak had made me a tape of a 60s garage comic called Scum of the Earth. We're listening to that, and Mick says, "Man, you know, these songs only have like 3 chords in them. We could play this stuff." That was like what I was waiting for, you know? An excuse to start a band with Mick, you know? And Mick had already written a couple songs for our first practice. He wrote Thunderbird ESQ and You Make It Move before we even had our first practice. And we brought a tape recorder, and we brought a bass and a guitar, and we actually recorded our first practice. So yeah, that's how the Gories started. What's here? You ready? Mm-hmm. This is my 67 Hummingbird, and I did buy this because it's Keith Richards' favorite acoustic. Found out that Mick couldn't really play chords, and I was really good at playing chords, but I couldn't really play the single note stuff. So between the two of us, we added up to one normal guitar player. Rob Tyner did an open mic at St. Andrew's Church on the Wayne State University campus, and we signed up for it. And we're low man on the totem pole, so we got pushed way to the end. Everybody else got to do the thing, and it was really boring, and we were like falling asleep. Mick and Peggy had drunk a bunch of Thunderbird and done some mushrooms. And I stayed sober because I knew I had to hold it together. And he said, there's this new young band I've seen, call themselves the Gories. There's maybe like 5 people left. A couple of our friends are like, yay! So we get up there and we played our 5 songs, barely got through them, Come.
Should I turn the light off?
Yeah, try that. See what happens. That's better, huh?
What?
Flunked out of college and I was living at home again. My band that I was in, I was the singer in the onset. We had a gig scheduled one night and the guitar player came to the door and knocked on the door and he's like, and my parents said, he can't go, he has to study. And they're like, what the fuck, dude, come on, we got this gig. I was like, I'm sorry, my mom and dad, you know, I can't go, I'm sorry guys. I mean, after that I was like, fuck this is never gonna happen again. You know, but I remember my mom saying to me that night, how do you expect to support yourself in the manner you've become accustomed to? My mind was made up. I mean, I was an artist. I was gonna be an artist no matter what.